Hello everyone, welcome to another smartphone design tutorial with FM Creative Visuals, the channel where designing is made easy, fun and awesome for you. So let's get started, but before we go, please ensure that you subscribe, like and comment to see more videos and tutorials like this. So in this video we'll be learning how to design this flyer using Pixellab. So first thing, you open your Pixellab. After opening your Pixellab, you pick a custom size on it and delete the element that you have on the size. As you can see, you delete every element on the custom size. So if you want to know the size, in case you don't have that size on your own, you go here. This is the size 930 by 1280. That is the size we'll be using for this design. So after doing that, the first thing we'll be doing is to import our shapes. We import our shapes, take the radius here, take the radius to 12, reduce the opacity and go to the stroke, take the stroke to 5. So increase, give it color white, give the color white and increase it, as you can see, like this. Increase it to suit what you want to use it to achieve. So after doing this, press OK and you position it very well. So after positioning it at the center, you pick another rectangle, or you can just copy this one directly. Copy this one directly and you go and edit. So in editing, you take the opacity again and make it to be like this. Then you reduce the size. Reduce the size. Let's reduce the size to something like this. So after reducing the size, you position it at the center, as you can see. Very good. So after doing that, the next thing you do is to go to your gallery and pick the logo. The logo we have here, the logo for Queen's Palace. You go to your gallery and you pick the logo. Join the logo at the center and you adjust its position, as you can see here in the video. So after doing that, the next thing we're doing is to go to our text and select the text for the logo, which is Queen's Palace. So Queen's Palace. So after selecting that Queen Palace, you take it to the center, as you can see here. Then you go to your font and you pick the font. The font we'll be using for this is Battipaglia. So that's the font. After picking the font, then you go to curve, take it to -10. Take it to -10 and position it at the center again, as you can see here, and adjust the position based on your preferences. Very good. So we have what is. After that, the next thing we'll be doing is to pick the next test that we have, which is grand opening. So we pick the test. Opening, you go to the size and you increase the size, let's say to 75. I think 75 will be okay. Then adjust this, as you can see, like this. Then thereafter go to your font. Let's pick the font for grand opening. The font we'll be picking is Chopstick. So that's the font we'll be picking, Chopstick. So after picking the font, you go to your line spacing and you adjust it to -13 to increase the spacing between grand and that opening. So after doing that, you position it here, as you can see. Then you go back to your color. You want to give it a gradient color. You go back to your color and you pick gradient color that you want to use. So after this, you select the next font that we are having. The next text we'll be having is special menu. So we'll be using the same font. We'll be using the same font that we used for Queen's Palace the other time. That's the same font we'll be using for special menu. So change the color to, let's use the gradient color as well. Let's use the gradient color. Let's check how it will look like. So let's try the gradient color. So you go to your font and you select the font, the same font that I said we used the other time. You select the font, you increase the size to like 67 and position it very well. Position it as you can see here. So position it as you can see here. So position as you can see here. So after giving it that position, the next thing we'll be doing is to write out the next text that we have. But before we write out the next text, let's shape again and place it below, because we'll still be needing it again. So copy the shape and place it below, as you can see here. Then you adjust the position of this according to the ruler that we are using. So the next thing is to write out the font that we have on the two shapes. We write out the font that we have on the two. After picking that text, which is our main inclusive, you go to the font and you pick the font. So the font that I'll be using for this is, let's use Montserrat Extra Bold. Let's use Montserrat Extra Bold. So Montserrat Extra Bold, you position it at the center of that shape. Let's position it at the center of that shape. So I think the shape is still too big. You can reduce the size of the shape. You can reduce the size. You can reduce the size of the shape and adjust. Reduce the size and adjust what you have inside. Adjust what you have inside. Very good. So after adjusting, the next thing is to copy this and write out the next text. So the next thing you'll be doing is to write out the list of food, the jollof rice, fried rice, and so you can just copy this. Since you'll be using this same font, you copy and you edit, as you can see here. After writing out the text, you reduce the size. Reduce the size. Let's reduce the size to like 22, or let's say 23, and position it very well. Position it very well, as you can see here. Yes, very good. So after doing that, the next thing you do is to copy that same text again and write out the text below special packages. Let me do that. Copy. Go to your text tool, you pick your text tool and you look for this particular so you pick it, go again, you pick it, as you can see. Then you position it, as you can see here. You reduce the size. After reducing the size, then you position to fit into what we have there. So let's give it a color. Let's give it this color. After giving this color, position it very well so that it will be in alignment with what we have here. So after doing that, you copy again and edit it so that we can put for the other one we are having there. So you copy and edit and you do justice to that. Is to include another shape, the shape we have below the special packages. So you pick the shape, adjust the color and position it here. Pick the shape, adjust the color and position it here. Then change the color to, let's use yellow. Change the color to yellow and adjust the position, as you can see here. So after that, the next one we're going to do is to import our picture. Import our pictures. Pick from your gallery. You adjust the size of the image. Adjust the size of the image. So adjust the size of the image. Let's have something like this. So after adjusting the size of the image, so you position it very well. You position it. Do not let it block the text we have there. So you position it. After positioning it, then you add some life to the image. So let's go to the color filters and adjust the saturation. So you adjust, as you can see here. Don't let it be too much. Then you go to brightness and increase, as you can see here. So take it to like 8. Take this to like 10. So after doing that, go and add. Then the next thing is to add shadow to it. Let's add shadow to the image. So add shadow. Let the shadow be yellow. Go to the offset. Take the offset to this side. So let the blur reduce, let it be very blur. So take the offset to this side, and if possible you can add stroke to it. So add stroke to the image. Let's add the yellow stroke. So, or you can even add white stroke. So increase the what's the code of the stroke. Let's use yellow rather. Let's use white. I think white is good as well. So let's reduce this to 5. So the next we'll be doing after that is to import another image that we have in the design. After picking the image, you can reduce the size of the image and send it to the back of the design. Send to the back of the design, go here and take it upward to the front of this rectangle. So after doing that, position it at the center. position at the center and reduce the opacity. You see the effect to give us now. Take it to like 25, or let's say 30. Let's take it to like 30. Can you see the effect we are trying to achieve? So it's still too big, so reduce the size and put it at the center of the design. So after doing that, the next thing is to import another image that we have in the design. In the next image, reduce it and position it as you can see here. Reduce and position as you can see here. So let's just give it shadow as well. So give it a yellow shadow and let be offset small. So let want the offset to be in this manner. So after doing what you have here, the next thing is to save. You save and then we import it to Pixellab. We'll be adding other effects. Save your design. Save as image. Save as ultra, and import to Pixellab. So after saving your design on Pixellab, you take it to Pixellab where we'll be adding the final touch effect. So after opening your Pixellab, you will pick the design, then you go and add. You'll be adding some images here. You want to blend the images with what you have there. So after adding all the elements, you will edit the element and blend it with the image, and you position the light effect at significant parts of the design where it will be noticeable, so that it will attract anyone that sees the design. Blending it with the design, the next thing you do is to save. You save your design. Save your design and then take it straight away to Snapseed where we'll be adding the final effect. So take it to Snapseed. So once you get to Snapseed, open a new file to show there. So the only thing I'll be doing to it as usual is just to pop. I'll teach you how to add other effects to it later. So you just pop the design. Simply pop the design and you have what is there. Look at the previous design. Look at what we have popped. So after that, you export and you save. And with that, you have been able to design this flyer using your smartphone using Pixellab. Thank you.